What is up, you savages and hotties? This is a tweet I wrote that a tremendous amount of people liked. In this video, I'm going to break it down for you so we can cherish the juicy, butterflies, gut-tumbling, enchanted moments together that make life worth living. It is an honor sharing this miraculous joyride that is life with you. I hope wherever you are in the world watching this, you thoroughly enjoy. Life is amazing. You're freaking awesome. Let's maximize our full potential.
The plan. Start pre-gaming at 5. Your friend's sister, 2 years older than you, comes over with 6 hot friends. One of them is wearing just a bikini and Jordans. Her hands are the size of Dua Lipa's, and her body looks like she's hit Pilates 5 times a week for the past 7 years. She calls you awkward when you talk to her, and calls your friends pussies for wearing sunscreen. At 9 p.m., your neighbors invite you to their party, 100 people. You don't want to go, but you know the right thing to do is say yes to life. When you get there, you and the baddie are the only people dancing from your group. Everyone else is being shy, hiding on the perimeter, checking their phones. It randomly reminds you of when kids on your football team played soft during road games. At 11:30 p.m., She Doesn't Mind by Sean Paul comes on. You haven't heard it in 10 years, but it slaps mythologically. The baddie finds you and puts her butt cheeks on you, and you dance like a deleted scene from Coach Carter. You go to her place and smash in her immaculate condo. She's a corporate lawyer. When she falls asleep, you turn on her TV looking for YouTube on her Roku and find naked pictures of her and click no on the option to airdrop them to you. Not because they aren't great, but because that's a cowardly thing to do. You meet your boys back at your place and make over-easy eggs and sourdough toast and chug fresh squeezed orange juice and talk about Sly Cooper on PlayStation 2 and the Fiesta Bowl where Brady Quinn's sister wore a half jersey of Brady Quinn, half AJ Hawk. You smoke a cigarette out your window, then watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. If you don't hear that and think, wow, life is so freaking unreal, you're an idiot, and it's okay. The universe still loves you, though it might not be inviting you to postgame anytime soon. It's okay. If you don't hear that and think, wow, life is a miracle, I'm so lucky to be alive, you don't get it. You're missing out. When you watch movies, nothing is happening in your brain. No activity is going on, and it's totally fine. Are you missing out massively? Yes. Can you fully, thoroughly enjoy a blissful moment in this miraculous universe? No. Because you don't understand what's going on. Again, totally fine. Start pre-gaming at 5. Get just enough sun that you're bronzing. You're bronzing, getting tan, getting rapidly hotter by the second, but you're not sweating. Motherfucker, you will raise your hotness 2 full units just by being 15% more tan. Tan and muscular. Life is freaking unreal. You are golden, literally. You are aesthetically pleasing. Your testosterone levels are high. Your emotional state is lifted. Life is freaking jubilant. Euphoria rushes through you often. You are living life on an entirely different frequency than the skinny, fat, pasty, ungrateful morons who are so arrogant and ungrateful that they do not realize the gym and the sun are abundant blessings, abundant opportunities to level up your life, to put yourself in an amazing mood so that you can be present and alert and sharp and generous. Thoughts are popping off in your mind like freezing cold laser beams. You're living life in high definition. Meanwhile, the commoners who don't go hard in the gym with great form and who don't appreciate getting sun are missing out. Muscular doesn't mean blocky bodybuilder who eats chicken and rice every meal and has zero social skills and self-diagnosed autism and spends 5 hours in the gym. Muscular means Ryan Gosling from The Place Beyond the Pines, Jason Momoa from Aquaman, depending on your body type. For the love of God, when the sun is out, make time out of your day to download 20 minutes of it. Shirtless, in the sun, loving life, letting the sun bronze you and release wildly powerful endorphins throughout your body and make you exponentially hotter, especially if you live in Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. What the freaking heck, dude? It's bitter freezing cold 90% of the year. Find 20 minutes during your day to get shirtless in the sun. Make it freaking happen. I don't have the time. You probably definitely do have the time. You have the time to scroll social media and double tap reels of airhead Instagram models who you don't know, who don't care about you, who you're never gonna meet. You have the time to drool over their 35 stories and like their photo dump on a billionaire's boat in Dubai, you freaking idiot. God bless you. It's not a priority. Make it a priority, dummy. It's the sun. You know, like what our planet rotates around. The only reason we're alive. The literal most important entity in the universe. You don't have time for that? You don't have time for the sun? Hey Einstein, the sun is literally the only reason we're alive. Any closer to it, life on Earth would cease to exist. It'd be too hot to freaking breathe. Any further from it, Earth would be colder than I even want to think about. And you're not going to find 20 minutes during your day to let it bronze you like a hot, grateful beast? The sun is more important than your to-do list, than your daily tasks, than your donut or your club sandwich. It is the most important thing of all time. Get sun. Don't be freaking dumb. Your friend's sister, 2 years older than you, comes over with 6 hot friends. You know what this should trigger in your brain? If you are a healthy, grateful, red-blooded American male, this is what should be ringing in the back of your mind. Your friend's sister, 2 years older than you, comes over with 6 hot friends. Showtime. Thank you, universe, for this phenomenal opportunity where I can have the time of my life and download precious information from baddies 2 years older than me who have lived the next 24 months I'm staring in the face. What an amazing learning opportunity. This is how you should be thinking, savages and hotties. These girls are so far out of your league. They're so hot it's terrifying. They're so hot they're unapproachable. But you rise to the occasion because older girls bring out the best in you. Why do older girls bring out the best in you? Because emotional maturity. Emotional maturity is the name of the freaking game. Lips, titties, and butts are nice, awesome, great, have fun, knock yourself out. What's really hot is emotional maturity. When we're talking, are we connected? Do I trust you understand the words I'm saying? Or are we making noises at each other? Is everything we're saying a formality? Are we talking in the tone of a model discussion in English class, speaking just for the sake of speaking, for participation points? When I'm around you, am I thinking, what a miracle that in a 13.8 billion year old universe, somehow our lives cross paths? Or am I thinking, Jesus Christ, I cannot wait for this falsehood of a conversation to be over so I can go straight to my boy's place and watch The Dark Knight together? So many people's conversations aren't real. They're formalities. They might as well be pre-scripted. You might as well be emailing each other. You're talking to each other as if the HR staff is tape recording the conversation. You're not telling the truth. You're not dancing. Your consciousnesses aren't intertwined on a magic carpet ride. You're just trying to not make a mistake. It's freaking terrible. It's ruining the world. It's everything that we dislike about Black Mirror episodes. Fake, plastic, hollow, void-like, gray, grim, soulless.
Quick interjection, savages and hotties. A glorious sign of emotional maturity is not laughing at an idea that deviates from the script, an idea that challenges the status quo. Most people laugh as a defense mechanism when presented with an idea they don't have the brain power to handle. Example, I'm gonna chase my dream of becoming a pop star, or author, or bull rider. Non-emotionally mature person reacts, ha 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 ha. Or if someone tells you they slept with a woman and you ask, where did you bust? Non-emotionally mature person reacts, ha 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 ha. He said, where did you bust? And that's an inappropriate word. Ha 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 ha. It breaks their brain. They're programmed. They can't handle nuance. They think you're trying to be funny. How freaking awful is that? How freaking awful is that feeling? You're trying to discuss details, which is what makes every story great, which is what makes life joyful. And they can't compute details because they can't compute anything other than societal norms. It's freaking sad. It's freaking terrible. They're not living. They're not connecting. They're not sharing the truth and relishing in it and being fascinated by it and loving life and being wildly grateful to be spinning on a sphere in this infinite universe. They're just trying to avoid making a mistake. They're trying to stay between the lines, fighting like a desperate junkyard dog to hide in plain sight. They are petrified to say or do anything that will get them made fun of. It's not this serious, but at the same time, it 100% is this serious. For most people, life is happening too fast for them to process anything in real time. When presented with anything other than regular, mainstream, automatized small talk, conversations that 9,000 other people are having at the exact same time throughout the United States, they can't process. Error, cannot compute. They think you're making fun of them. It's awful. It's demoralizing. They're unconscious. Don't bring your big ideas around them. Don't bring anything important to them. Don't be frustrated either, because there are people who are conscious and who get it, who understand life. People whom dumbfound gratitude and passion for juicy details floods daily. And as long as you keep bringing your light and kicking ass in your career so the marketplace identifies you as valuable, you will attract other superstars and it'll be amazing. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep chasing the truth of each moment, the truth of what makes a situation hilarious, the truth of what fires you up about life. Let's freaking go.
When older girls are around, you go from Clark Kent to Superman. Because you know the value of emotional maturity. Your body and soul understand. Your shoulders feel good. You rise to the occasion. It brings out the best in you. Against all odds, no matter how much hotter these women are than you. They're certified 8s. You're a 6. And it's freaking awesome. You wouldn't have it any other way. When older girls are around, you become Tom Brady down 28-3. You elevate into a higher gear. It's like you just chugged a cotton candy bang energy drink. It's literally the vrooming of a motorcycle. Self-consciousness disappears. Why are older girls more fun, generally speaking? Because of emotional maturity. That's not to say that a younger girl cannot possess emotional maturity. However, for the most part, younger girls do not possess the capability of having a real conversation. They are not listening. They have no worldly experience. Their only form of communication is gossip. We do not hold it against them. They don't know any better. They think they're doing it right. They think they're winning. They think being skilled at gossip, having vicious passive-aggressive things to say about people, is how you get good at life. They think that's what being good, fun to be around, fun to talk to, being good at life is. Are there some amazing girls out there who happen to be younger than you? Abso-freaking-lutely. Billie Eilish put out banger music. World-changing music. At age 18, if throughout the entirety of my life I do anything that amounts to 1/10 of the impact that one of Billie Eilish's songs has had on the world, I will be thrilled. My life will be a massive success. Just because a girl is younger doesn't mean that you cannot connect with her, that she doesn't have anything to offer emotionally, verbally, and spiritually, but the trends are the trends, savages and hotties, and we'd be idiots to ignore the numbers. Age isn't everything, but it's a massive indicator of emotional maturity, which is why an enchanted night with a baddie you actually like is freaking magical. You feel connected. Right place, right time. Doing what feels right. Time jumps. 3 hours goes by in what feels like 15 minutes. The entire time, it feels like you're playing a supernatural spiritual game of tennis. In an epic rally. Thrilling. Perfectly challenging. Perfectly enjoyable. This is what we're after, savages and hotties. This is the game we want to be playing. The only women you should be hanging out with are the women you actually enjoy being around after you bust. Where you realize, wow, is life actually this good? Yes, thank you, universe. What the heck did I do to deserve this? Nothing. Answer? Nothing. And that is how much of a miracle it is to be alive. Every freaking day you wake up, you win the lottery. Whether you cash the ticket in is entirely up to you. You are spinning on a sphere in an infinite universe, and the fact you are alive is a 1 in 500 trillion miracle. One of them is wearing just a bikini and Jordans. Her hands are the size of Dua Lipa's, and her body looks like she's hit Pilates 5 times a week for 7 years. You look at this woman, and you think, how is it physically possible that this level of attractiveness is real? Every square inch of this woman's features, body, curvature is connecting to one another like a perfect art sculpture. It's breathtaking. And not only is she physically blessed, she maximizes every opportunity she has through hard work and dedication in her Pilates classes and in the gym. My God, savages and hotties. Her body looks like she played 10 years of AAU volleyball. Not only are the physical blessings in place, which is great, she has also controlled every single controllable. Her skincare routine, dialed. Her teeth, crystal white. The vibes she gives off, pristine, divine. She has studied her favorite movie characters and is embodying their best traits here and now. At the pregame you're blessed to be at. In this free country you're blessed to live in. Spinning on this sphere in this infinite universe. It's freaking ridiculous. She calls you awkward when you talk to her and calls your friends pussies for wearing sunscreen. Tell me why it's stupidly hot when a girl's hands are massive. Not massive and hulky. Massive and womanly AF. Divine. Goddess-like. Some unhealthy fools like girls to have small hands. Their logic being, she can fit 2 of them on your rod, bro. Ha ha ha. So chill. Shut up, idiot. When you hear people say something like that out loud, feel free to stare at them like Charles Minor stares at Andy Bernard in season 5 of The Office. That is Idris Elba's character staring at Ed Helms' character and saying, is that really something you would like to have said? It's predatory when a dude wants a girl with little hands. It's predatory when a dude is obsessed with younger girls. Are there awesome girls out there worthy of being obsessed with who happen to be younger than you? 100% for sure. But dudes who are specifically obsessed with girls younger than them for manipulatable reasons, dudes who in the middle of the pregame scream, yes! The younger girls are coming over, as they ignore a text from their girlfriend. Reddest of red flags. You don't want a weak, manipulatable, gullible woman. Unless you are an evil coward. You want a badass bitch. You want the most badass woman possible. You don't want easy. You don't want lie-to-able, easy to fool. You don't want dumb. You want a badass Wonder Woman-like savage whom you need to bring it for. Day in and day out. Hour by hour. You need to be at your best to be worthy of even standing next to this woman. Otherwise, you're done. She has no fun. You are not worthy of her. It's over. That is the pressure you should want. You should want the woman that every other dude wants. And let that motivation bring out the best in you. Let that be an impossible roaring fire that you use to your advantage to make your life better, to be more of a hero boyfriend for your woman. All of the above. Use that energy in your favor. Do not shy away from it. Be like your favorite movie characters. Your favorite movie characters eat pressure for breakfast. It doesn't faze them. Best part about it, they're scared AF, but they don't let that control their actions. If you let your emotions control you, you're a child. You can't be taken seriously. In the heat of the battle, you can't be trusted. Your opinions in this world don't matter. You'll never achieve anything great. The reason we love Batman is because when that light goes up in the sky, he shows up. It doesn't matter what he's feeling. Good, bad, undervalued by his crush, anxious. He doesn't give a damn. He shows up. That's why the bad guys tremble. His discipline is what's terrifying. The bad guys know they can't bring it like him. They're cowards. They're frontrunners. They can only act when they're in the mood. If you're a hero, if you love life, if you're grateful, you turn pressure into diamonds. It's freaking amazing. And once you adopt that mentality, once you decide, this is the motherfucker I'm gonna be the motherfucker whom pressure gets scared of, not the other way around, abundant potential is unlocked. Once you make that decision one time, once you promise yourself, I will not shy away from pressure, I will rise to the occasion, I will do my best, regardless of what the outcome is, you might go into whatever situation you're nervous for and absolutely flop. You might tumble down the stairs, thud, 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 bonking your chin off each step. Okay. At least you didn't bitch out. You can pick yourself up from that fall, literal or metaphorical, giggle at it, and move on. The sun will come up the next day. Failure is only failure if you let it trick you into giving up. Don't be a whiny, mopey, bitching coward. Use failure as a learning opportunity. Use failure as precious data. Be unlike the mainstream commoners who quit and throw a hissy fit when one thing doesn't go their way. Life isn't freaking perfect, dude. It's so much better than perfect. Life is not a linear checking off of the boxes. This went my way. And then this went exactly the way I wanted to. And then this went exactly the way I wanted to. Nonsense. If those are the only conditions in which you can operate, have a great time doing nothing important. At 9 p.m., your neighbors invite you to their party, 100 people. You don't want to go, but you know the right thing to do is say yes to life. They were so kind about how they asked you. What a generous thing of them to do. To politely knock on the door to your pregame and invite you to their house party? To invite you into their home? Where they're taking on all the risk, hosting a situation in which the onus is on them to provide you a good time? What a gorgeous, life-loving, unselfish move. Is it the last thing you want to do? Yes. But you know, deep down, that the right thing to do is say yes to life. The reason you don't want to be there is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of meeting new people, fear of potentially making mistakes socially, and having to live with that for 3 weeks until you can see the person again and hopefully correct it in round 2 of your conversation. Do not let the fear of a new situation where you're not in control of every last variable, where you don't know exactly what's going to happen minute by minute, scare you out of saying yes to a potentially amazing opportunity. Think of the people you're friends with now. Had you not had the courage to put yourself in the situation where you met those people for the first time, you wouldn't be friends. Freaking amazing. Do not let comfort or familiarity or the fear of the unknown keep you from living life to the fullest, savages and hotties. That is not what we do. That is not how we live. We freaking love life. We don't need to be in control, and that's why we're so fun to be around. We're not controlling. We're not manipulative. We're not death-gripping life. No one likes being around those people. No one likes being around someone who is controlling, who is cynical, who is pessimistic. It's okay to be afraid. It is not okay to let your fear control you. It is certainly not okay to put your insecurities, your desire for control, your fears onto another person. Making your problems another person's problem is the behavior of movie villains. And are we movie villains, savages and hotties? No, we're the hero of the story. We're the 6 out of 10 that rises to the occasion. We're the grateful, life-loving savages who love life and appreciate what a miracle it is and are regularly awestruck. Are you freaking serious? We get to live in a free country where gyms and grocery stores and aux cords exist, where NFL Sundays happen 20 times a year, where you and your friends can get baked at a Coldplay concert, where you can build yourself into a superhero in a few months of hitting the gym, where every food item in the world has been hunted and gathered for you? Grocery stores? If anyone ever complains in front of you, tell them you're an idiot. You don't get it. If you complain, you're dumb. If you complain, you're wrong. If you complain, you're perceiving life incorrectly. You watched adults do that when you were growing up, and you think complaining is what you're supposed to do. You don't know any better. You're following societal norms. You're giving yourself false endorphins, a false sense of superiority in your brain by complaining about circumstances, other people, and other things outside of your control that you get to be the victim of. Being the victim of something releases the same endorphins in your brain as positive achievement towards a goal. That's something very important to know, savages and hotties. Complaining, blaming, seeking victimhood, narrating your life in such a way that you are being oppressed, you are the victim of the story, tricks your brain into feeling like you're accomplishing things to people who aren't listening to you. They're not going to confront you or tell you you're wrong because you're probably a psycho and you aren't worth getting into an argument with. It's okay to be afraid. It is not okay to let fear pinball you into a life you regret. When you get there, you and the baddie are the only people dancing from your group. Everyone else is being shy, hiding on the perimeter, checking their phones. It randomly reminds you of when kids on your football team played soft during road games. It randomly reminds you of when kids on your football team played soft during road games. How freaking annoying was it? Deep in your bones, when Friday night rolls around, you ride the yellow bus from your school that you take pride in performing for to another town where adults scramble from work to get to the stands and watch you play. And your teammates play like freaking wusses. You don't need them making 11 catches for 159 yards and 2 touchdowns. You don't need them making 19 tackles. It's not about their statistical performance. It's about the way they play the game. It's about the fight. Are they blocking hard AF? When it's time to hit, are they hitting after the whistle for an extra second? Are they blocking rough and tough within the rules, letting their opposing player know, I'm not scared of you, motherfucker? That's all you care about. It doesn't matter what the box score says. It's not about the numbers. It's about, are they standing up to the challenge? Are they standing up to the fear that every person on that field has? Everyone's afraid. Some people let it control them. Some people power through. When you get to this party, you and the baddie are the only ones dancing. You're the only ones risking being made fun of. You're the only ones putting yourselves out there, dancing, thanking people for inviting you. And as the night goes on, you and her realize that that's what's happening. Everyone else you know, who you showed up with, is shying away, pretending to be texting 7 different people on their phone, hiding because they're afraid. Because they're worried about being made fun of. Because they're worried if their dancing isn't perfect, someone's going to tease them. They are letting fear put clamps on their life. You and her take notice. It's just us. It's you and me and all other people. And that's freaking wildly endearing. That's magical. That's enchanted. That's why we love movies. That's why when we were 15 years old, at our chillest, most popular friend's house, who had hot older siblings, so he's 18 months cooler than everyone else in your friend group, you included, you loved the coming-of-age movies you watched. That's why they struck you. You were not incorrect sitting on that couch in that finished basement at 3 a.m., 15 years old. What's incorrect are the adults now who have been hardened by fear and societal norms, shying away from risks they want to take, shying away from asking out their crush. The world has beaten them down to the point where movies do not have magic because they don't believe in magic. Even though magic is real, the real world has hardened them to the point that they forgot what life was all about. Life is about having a crush. Life is about connection. Life is about the melodies of your favorite songs. Life is about gazing up at the stars at 3 in the morning when you're supposed to be asleep and thinking, wow, life is a miracle. I'm so lucky to be alive. Sublime. Enchanted. These are the feelings that are rushing through you as you and the baddie are dancing up on each other. You're not that smooth. You have no riz. You just love life. You're just genuinely thinking and feeling, internalizing, wow, life is so good, it's absurd. You mean to tell me I get to spin on this sphere, in this free country, in this infinite universe, at a time where the internet exists, where an iPhone costs less than $9,000. I did nothing to deserve this, yet here I am. I just woke up one day into this magical realm that is life, that 99% of the population is taking for granted. Thank you, universe. How can I ever repay you? That is why good things happen to you, because you're genuinely grateful. Life is freaking amazing. It's so amazing that it's hard to accept. The reason being, when one day we are forced to depart this life, to step off this train, when one day the conductor of this train taps us on the shoulder and explains somberly, you've had your ride, your time is up. It makes that moment more difficult. And that is the underlying subconscious reason why people are afraid to live their lives to the fullest. Because the greater your life is, the more you are letting go of when you die. Had no intentions of getting 1/45th that deep. Fortunately, that probably went way over your head. You'll understand that when you're 50. However, the sooner you can come to grips with the only problem about life being that one day it ends, the greater your life will be. Your life will be amazing. Your life will be a miraculous joyride. Euphoria will pass through you regularly. The littlest moments will bring you so much joy. Your life will be colorful and rich and amazing. You will be floating. You will be in heaven. At 11:30 p.m., She Doesn't Mind by Sean Paul comes on. You haven't heard this song in 10 years? It's slapping mythologically. The baddie finds you and puts her massive, juicy, hard-earned butt cheeks on you, and you dance like a deleted scene from Coach Carter. Freaking unreal. You're both loving life. You're both out there in the arena, risking embarrassment. It's so freaking unreal. It's absurd. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that life can be anywhere near this amazing. It's somewhat of a miracle that you don't bang right then and there on the dance floor. However, you go to her place and smash in her immaculate condo. She's a corporate lawyer. It's somewhat of a miracle you didn't bang right then and there on the dance floor. That's how freaking on fire the two of you were. Mind you, this girl is so far out of your league, it's preposterous. She is a certified 8. You're a grateful 6. People are staring at you. The two of you are on fire. It is like they are watching a Netflix show that they don't realize they're going to look back on fondly for the rest of their lives. The looks on their faces make you feel so enchanted you could explode. When she falls asleep, you turn on her TV looking for YouTube on her Roku and find naked pictures of her. And they look great. They look really good. And you like this woman a lot. All else being equal, you'd be thrilled if you had access to these pictures. You'd be lying if you said otherwise. However, you click no on the option to airdrop them to you. Not because the pictures aren't great, but because that's a cowardly thing to do. That's not who you are. You'd feel like Malfoy, not McConaughey. That's not what the hero of the story does. That's not something you want to live with. That's not something you want to try to fall asleep to in the back of your mind every night. You don't want to be reminded of that when you look in the mirror. Here's the thing, savages and hotties. Without getting too philosophical, you're two people in this life. You're the person you are, that everyone knows you as, the name they know to type into Facebook, the name they use to refer to you when talking about you to other people. You are that person. You're also the person in the backdrop watching that person, tracking your behavior, listening to the things you say, and asking, did you really mean that, motherfucker? Is that how you actually feel? Is that exactly what you actually did? Are you saying that to win favor? Are you saying that because you think it will be received well? Or is that what you genuinely believe? You're two people. You're the person living your life that everyone else is noticing. You're also the watchful guardian in the background, studying yourself like a hawk. It would be so easy to airdrop these photos to yourself. Heck, you could run off and tell everyone you know that she sent them to you of her own accord, because you're so hot and special and she likes you that much. However, you do not want to live with that, because you understand that it's not whether you win or lose. Life is not about winning transactions. It's about how you play the game. Would Batman do that? Would Batman airdrop the pictures to himself? Heck no. Would Rust Cole airdrop the pictures to himself? Heck no. Would Tim Riggins? Absolutely freaking not. The reason we love Tim Riggins is because how he treated Julie in season 2. When she was at the party, wasted, and the sketchy weasel was set to take advantage of her, Tim Riggins saw it, stopped what he was doing, stopped his party, put his own life on hold to rescue her, to protect her, to keep her from a really bad situation happening that might have messed her up for the rest of her life. He got her to safety. He carried her home. He even brought her all the way to her bedroom so that she wouldn't get in trouble with her parents. In the act of doing so, he was caught. Julie's dad, his high school football coach, stopped him, accosted him, said, "Tim, what the fuck are you doing?" Tim Riggins did not tattle. He took all the heat. He wore it. He took it like a freaking champ and let Julie off the hook. That's freaking hero material. That's the material of freaking heroes. And it's this behavior that you summon by clicking no on the super nice, super tempting pictures of this young woman whom you're infatuated with, by the way. In the face of all that temptation, you say, no, I'm going to do the right thing. You meet your boys back at your place and make over-easy eggs and sourdough toast and chug fresh squeezed orange juice and talk about Sly Cooper on PlayStation 2, Holy 2006, and the Fiesta Bowl where Brady Quinn's sister wore a jersey of half Brady Quinn, half AJ Hawk. You have one of the most nostalgic, banging conversations of all time. You have a conversation that you and your boys have been wanting to have, whether you realize it or not, for 10 years. And a conversation that you will remember for the rest of your life. By the time this conversation is over, you thought you were boys beforehand. You're friends for life from here on out. And how freaking amazing is that? Wherever you are watching this right now, you remember what Sly Cooper was like on PlayStation 2. You remember what watching that Fiesta Bowl was like? as a child, seeing Brady Quinn and AJ Hawk basically freaking Captain America and Thor playing a football game on ABC, Brent Musburger on the call, Brady Quinn's sister, a hard 9 out of 10. As a 20-something-year-old, when you were 9, 10, or 11, she looked like Sandra Bullock and Wonder Woman at the same time. This moment is a moment you will never forget. The navy blue 1 of Brady Quinn's Notre Dame jersey. The white 7 of AJ Hawk's Ohio State jersey. This is a paramount memory that you and your boys share. It's just legitimately freaking unbelievable. Death and the devil are watching you and your boys have this conversation, freaking the fuck out. Pissed, livid. So damn upset. Incapable of realizing how you were having such a good time. Because they don't have the balls to be grateful. They're selfish and transactional. They live in fear. They live in greed. You live in love. You live in chill, grateful abundance. You're winning. Like Achilles said in Troy 2004, the gods envy us because every moment could be our last. Every moment is real and thrilling.